You may think I'm absolutely nuts and I'm going too early, but in this video, I'm going to be telling you what I think is the best running shoe of 2025. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 shoes and I'm going to name that number 1 shoe. In fact, I might actually give you 4 shoes. But anyway, so before you do anything, I want you to go in the comments and type in there, what is your best running shoe of 2025? What shoe has come out in 2025 you think is best? Now, you might think I've lost my mind, but I am so confident in this shoe being the best shoe of 2025. That's why I'm so happy to call it early. Now, you may think, as I said, that I've lost my mind because there's all these shoes that are coming. We've got obviously all these new shoes like Sonic Blast, Mega Blast, and we've got Supernova 3, and we've got all these cool shoes still to come as well in 2025. You might think I've gone too early on this, but I don't care because I'm so adamant that this is the best shoe of 2025. Right, guys, so before we name those top 3, I'm going to give one shoe a bit of a shout out. And that's the Asics Ugiri. Now, I'm a massive fan of the Ugiri. If you've not seen any of the videos we've done on this, check it out. I think this is a brilliant shoe. Now, the reason it's not featured in the top 3 is because I feel so strongly about the other 3, but this is a really good shoe. This came out, it didn't get the love that I think it deserved from a lot of people. I know some people have liked it, like myself, but it didn't get sent out to all the influencers, sent out to all the reviewers, so you didn't see that much content on it. But for the people like myself who did pick it up, I think it's been absolutely brilliant. It's a shoe that's got the good bits from the Metaspeed racing shoes, but it's also got the sort of, I don't know, the bits that sort of will look after you in a race. It's a little bit more stable in the heel because we've got the Flight Foam Blast in here. Nearly called it something else. We've got the edge plate in here, so it's got down there, so you've got this Flight Foam Turbo Plus under your foot. We've got the fantastic laces from the racing shoes. We've got a little bit more rubber coverage on the outsole versus those racing shoes. And when I say racing shoes, I'm talking about the Metaspeed Paris and, yeah, Sky and Edge Paris. But the feel of the shoe, it just feels great, stable. It's a really good running shoe, a really good sort of toned down racing shoe for the everyday runner. You might find those Metaspeed shoes too aggressive, right? And if that's the case, then you need to buy this. This has been a great release in 2025. So fair play to Asics for coming out with this. I just wish it was a little bit more readily available and they made a little bit more of a song and dance about it, because it really is a cracking shoe. Now, in 3rd place is a shoe that actually I thought I was going to dislike. But I was wrong as usual, people. The Vomero Plus has been an absolute instant hit. This thing is phenomenal. At £155 without my discount at sportshoes.com, which you can get 15% off your running shoes if you're a 40 Runs Running Club affiliated member. Check out the description, there's all the information on how you can take advantage of that. But no, this is £155, got ZoomX foam in here. I know it's a different compound, but it's ZoomX foam in here. It feels great. Great outsole, super wide so it's nice and stable. Great upper, fits well and rides really well. And again, at £155 without my discount, this is a brilliant shoe. And actually one of the best Nike running shoes in terms of non-racing shoes that they've made for a very long time. Nike have done a great job this year in sort of stepping back into that sort of running shoe area where they were missing, that daily trainer. There's everyday runner shoes, yeah. They've sort of stepped away from that, but they've come back with these good shoes this year. This is an absolute cracker. It really is, people. If you haven't tried this yet, I'd really recommend that you do. But yeah, this is a great shoe, people. Don't sleep on it. I really, really like this shoe, and that's why it's in 3rd place. Now, the 2nd place shoe nearly won it, actually. It was very close to call. And the only reason it lost is because it doesn't appeal to everybody. But in 2nd place is the Puma Velocity Nitro 4. And what I mean by that it doesn't appeal to everybody is because it's quite narrow. And that's the only thing with Puma running shoes. They are quite narrow. Otherwise, this would have won. And the reason this thing would have won is because it's £110. And at that money, people, it is absolutely brilliant. As a daily trainer, I don't think you can actually beat it, other than maybe the shoe that I'm going to talk about. But anyway, put that to one side. But as a traditional daily trainer, yeah, this can't be beaten at the price point. But when you look at shoes like this, the Wave Rider 29, this is £140, right? And honestly, this is like a traditional sort of daily trainer. This is so much better, and it's so much cheaper. The Nitro foam in here is excellent. The Puma Grip outsole is beautiful. If it fits for you, you're going to love it. It's just so damn comfortable, and it can do all your daily miles, yeah? You don't need another shoe, really. Yeah, you can add in the other bits and bobs, but, you know, if you want just a daily training, if you want a shoe just to go running, this Velocity 4 at £110 without my discount at sportshoes.com is unbeatable. Well, maybe forget for that one shoe that I'm about to mention. Honestly, don't sleep on this. If you're somebody who doesn't necessarily have a particularly wide foot, yeah, let's say you're like a normal foot, then the Velocity 4 is probably the best daily trainer that's out there. It really is. It's such a good shoe, people. Don't sleep on this, and that's why I put it in second position. So nearly won. The only thing that let it down is because it's say a bit narrow for some, but it really is a fantastic daily trainer. Now, I think you've probably all guessed the winner, and some of you may be critical in the comments because this shoe technically sort of got handed out in sort of the end of last year to a lot of the influencers and reviewers, right? But it officially launched in 2025, and that's why I've included it. So hopefully I can get away with it. But I feel so strongly about the shoe, that's why I've called it earlier. And it's obviously, hopefully you realise it's the Evo SL from Adidas, the Adizero Evo SL. Now shoes, you know, tend to come and they tend to get hyped. People like myself, I try not to, but sometimes you can't help it. But, you know, the marketing machines that are out there with the influencers, with the YouTube reviewers and all this sort of stuff, right? You know, you find that with some shoes, they do get really, really hyped up. And we get criticised for that. And I totally understand it, right? I get it. I'm not an idiot, right? But the Evo SL, to give it full credit, despite the hype, it has proven itself to be an absolute banger. Now, this thing features the Light Strike Pro midsole, right? So this is one of those super foams that's come down from the racing shoes. This is the same stuff that was in the Adidas Pro 3, which is one of the best racing shoes that's ever been. It's an up-tempo daily trainer. It's a shoe that you can do all your workouts in. You can run easy in it. It becomes a little bit unstable for some, but it weighs the right amount. It's £130 as well. And again, that's without my discount. So it's not over the top in terms of price. In fact, it's a very good price. The only things that I would say that let the shoe down marginally are the laces. Adidas typical laces are poor. The upper's not the best in the world, but hopefully version 2, they improve that. I think it looks amazing. Some of the colorways this thing has come out in this year have been phenomenal. And I read all the comments that you guys put on my videos, right? And most of them, I would say 90% of them have been positive about this shoe. There is a few people who this has not worked out for, and that's absolutely fine. And that's totally to be expected because we're all different, right? But the feedback from everybody who's running the shoe genuinely has been positive. I say there is the exceptions, and I understand it. But in general, most people, once they put this shoe on, have really, really enjoyed it. And massive kudos to Adidas for making a shoe this good at this price point. It's phenomenal. It really is. It doesn't have any plate in here, any energy rods or anything like that. You've got a Conti rubber outsole on here. It's just brilliant. £130. You can't go wrong. Again, if you only buy one shoe, you buy this. If you're somebody who does park run, 10K, whatever, you can even run this in a half marathon. Ben's run this in a half marathon. You can do loads in this shoe. It really is that good. And that's why it's my #1 pick. So there we go, team. Like I said, got early, but I don't really care. I think I'm right with this. As I said, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments what your best shoe of 2025 is. Again, it has to come out in 2025, although, you know, again, it's a bit of a grey area with the Evo SL. But I just think they've done such an amazing job with that, and I'm excited to see version 2 when it comes along. Say, in an ideal world, they just tweak the upper and the laces, and I'd be a very happy person. Maybe put the Adidas Pro 4 foam in there. Oh, imagine that. But yeah, there we go, team. That's my #1 shoe. I say, don't sleep on the Velocity Nitro 4. That's a phenomenal shoe. Great price point. Vomero Plus, brilliant shoe. Really surprised how good that was. I thought it was going to be an overweight, soft, useless thing, but it's really, really good. And again, mad love for the Ugiri from Asics. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are trying to get to 22 million subscribers, and we're pretty close, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're free on a Monday night at 8 o'clock, come and join me on the live stream. I talk about running shoes. I answer your coaching questions, so make sure you join me on a Monday at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to head over to FORDYRUNS.com and join as a FORDY Runs Running Club affiliated member, because then you get 15% off at sportshoes.com. If you've not checked out our written shoe reviews, we do that now, and there's also down in there a 10% off at sportshoes.com promo code, so check that out. But yes, people, there we go. That's the winner. This is the best running shoe of 2025. I want you to stop what you're doing, stand up and applaud it and watch as everybody thinks, what is that person doing? That's it from me, guys. I shall catch you all later.